Hi, thanks for joining me. Today, I would like to share with you two setups that I do using crystals. They're simple setups and they're used for drawing money to you. Okay? Before we begin, show some channel love and hit the like button, the subscription button. And if you want to see more videos like this when I drop them, YouTube will let you know if you hit the notification bell. Okay, so let's begin. Now, what you're going to need is a few crystals, and I'm going to tell you which ones you'll need for that. You'll need some currency, and I prefer it to be something other than the smallest denomination of paper. Now, I do have some things that I do involving change, but for this, we want bills because we want larger amounts of money. So that's why we want bills. And our lowest currency for bills usually is a $1 bill. So I don't use $1 bills, but I use something higher than that. For this demo, I'm only going to use one bill, a stylus, a candle, and I'm using a small tea light candle, which will help you see the overall setup. I generally use the tall 7-day candles, but I think in this setup, it'll be easier to video for you to see that. So the stylus is going to be used to write on this. You can use a regular ink pen that you have consecrated for metaphysical or magic work. And in this case, I found this green one. I thought was cute. I like the colors and it was fancy enough. I just didn't take this part off, but that's the only thing I use that for. Really, this for is rituals involving money, because for me, green is money. So that's why I use this one. And that's only involving money. If it's a different type ritual, I don't use that pen. So if you have the more elaborate stuff, you can use it, which is one of the quill pens and some Dove's ink blood. So I'm not going to use that because everyone cannot grab a hold to some Dove's ink blood. So you can just use regular. And then, of course, a type of paper. Most people use parchment paper. I found this paper. I think it has Queen Elizabeth on it, looks like it. And I just cut it up so it's small enough for me to use, but it has different currency notes on there. And then, of course, I have a metaphysical paper that's used for money. As you can see, it has strips of money inside it. It's all kinds of strips of money inside of it. So that's what I use that for also. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to show you what I do. For the paper, you're going to write on the paper. If you want to write a petition on the paper, you can write a petition on the paper. I'm not going to write I'll write a sort of a mock petition on the paper. Now, when I was young, I was taught that the universe takes care of your needs, and the universe will give you the desires of your heart. So it depends on what you're doing. A lot of people are in situations now where they actually need money, and it's to take care of necessities that's a need and not something that they just want or desire. They don't have to have it, so it's a want or a desire. So I was taught that the universe takes care of all of your needs. And therefore, you can write a petition to say X number of dollars are needed to cover a certain expense. You just write that out plain, or you can write some type of ritualistic petition on there, which some people will write something that sort of rhymes. If you're not the one that can do that, then don't worry about it. You can just be frank and straightforward. So I'm going to readjust my camera and I'm going to show you just what I do. All right, as you see, I have prepared my space. I have my cloth down. This is one of the cloths that I use when I am doing metaphysical works. So I have my space prepared already here. Even though this is not my normal space, I prepared this temporary space. I have my candle here. Set the money to the side. I'm going to take the stylus now, and I'm going to place a symbol onto the candle that symbolizes the currency that I'm trying to draw. So what I mean by that is whatever country you are in, use the symbol that your country uses for bills, dollar bills, paper money, not the coins. If you want coins, you can get coins. If you have a business that draws like vending machines and they take coins, then of course, by all means, use coins. And I would use the largest coins that your country circulates. So for me, I'm going to place on here a dollar sign, and engraving, it's being engraved or etched into this. So I don't want to just put it lightly over the top. I really want to place it on here. That over out of the way. So now it has a dollar bill on there. You can write on here if you don't have a stylus like that to write on here. You can use an ink pen to write in there. I like to etch into the candle, the top of the candle, some type of symbol, so that and when I do that, I'm listening. I say listening, but I can hear the etching sound in my ears, almost as it's moving outward into the universe. So that's what I'm doing when I'm writing on paper or I'm engraving a symbol onto the surface of a candle. I'm doing it, and I'm dedicating this particular candle to the purpose of money, drawing money. And then I etch that symbol on there, and I allow the sound of the etching to reverberate and move throughout the universe. So that's done, and I'll set it to the side. So I don't need this anymore. Now the paper, again, you can take the paper and you can say a dollar amount. People are often taught use a small dollar amount and work up to larger ones. Don't just write out $1 million or several $1,000,000, because you really don't have, many people don't have the faith for that. If you don't have faith to draw in small amounts of money, you won't have faith to draw in extremely large amounts of money. So we're taught to start with a small amount of money first and then work up to larger amounts. So you have a bill that's due and it's about, say, a couple of $100, and you need to draw that money to you. Well, if you have a problem believing that once you do this work, the $200 may or may not come to you, then you definitely don't have enough faith and belief that it will draw in $1,000 or let alone $1 million. So start small and work your way up. If you have, say you want to try it out, you just want to start out and create that flow of money. Money is a currency. It's called currency also. It's meant to flow. So it flows into your life and out of your life, or it'll flow around your life and you can circulate it. So you can say money goes out. I generally don't say that money goes out of my life. I say I circulate money throughout my environment and in my life. That's what I do. I circulate money. I don't send it away. I circulate it around. So I'm going to circulate some more money now. For instance, I will say, now you can say, just how we say, I'll do $100. $100 or 100 pounds is needed for what bill can I say? Bill, or it could be a vacation spot or something. But again, a vacation can be needed. It doesn't have to be just a desire. It can be needed. So let's just say you need $100 for a relaxation trip or stress-free. I don't know, some kind of bill. Let's say XXX bill. Now, I would go so far as to say that it's needed by and place the date. And you don't have to have this, but I'm just showing you one way. You can place this down, you place the candle on there, and then you can light it. And you can ask others to join in to help bring this amount to you. Okay, so that's one setup that you can use. The other one, you can take the money, because this is the money, and you place the candle with the etching on it, and then you can use a couple of crystals, and that's what I'm going to show you. The crystals that I use to draw money will be citron, and you just look at the crystal itself. It's pointing. I want the money to come. I want the energy to come from the universe here and empower this setup and bring money. You can also write your name on this petition. If you need your name on that, you can. And this is a topaz. I place it here. I use 3. And this is an amethyst. Because I'm using 3, I set it up as a triangle. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit because I need you to be able to see the entire thing. So what I'm doing is I am completely surrounding this bill. So I have this here. And what it does, it looks like it cuts off that corner, these corners, but I want it completely in there. Now I will join all of the crystals together. I will join the crystals together, starting with the one at the top. Okay, I'm going to come from here and go here and here. All of these, all 3 of these, they have to be joined together. So here I go. This is my setup here. Pull the citron in and loop it around the candle. Pull the topaz in, loop it around the candle. Pull the amethyst in, loop it around the candle, and then back up to the citron, making a complete shape, and enclose it here. And now I will light the candle. Perfect. You can also say a prayer over this. Again, anything that I am showing you, you can say a prayer, write a petition. You can invite others in to help. So that's a setup there that I would use. If you do not have crystals this size, they're not that big. They're a little larger than my thumb is, about as wide as my thumb is thick, is the width of my thumb. You don't have them that size, I'm going to show you the setup with some smaller ones. I use a citron, a jade, a citron, and an amethyst. All right, so I like to put the citron at the top because the citron is known for, it's my go-to stone for money. Jade is considered fortune and good luck and money too. And so I use all 3 of these together. it's something, excuse me, about using the citron with the amethyst and the topaz that really pulls the things to you concerning money and wealth. So I use those often, but I interchange them. Now I would do the same thing with these. So because these are small, because they're small, what I like to do is add a quartz crystal with it. You can add the quartz crystal with it like that. And so you have these three, and then you're going to join them together like you did the large ones. Or I can do this. So weird. Watch this. I can touch the bill. And the reason why I put the currency here, so there's no doubt what I'm petitioning for. I'm not making a petition for something imaginary or out there. I want these three touching the bill. And then I will take these other ones and come out here. Right out here and make a square there. See that? So I have a square and I have a triangle in the middle. And I also have that circle. It's something about geometric shapes. The universe has them occurring naturally in nature in different areas, but the geometric shapes, they occur. And so oftentimes we will use those and incorporate those in our metaphysical work. So I have the circle here. This is it. This is our main thing. Now at this time, I'm going to join the crystals together in this. And this is a grid and a setup that I'm doing, but this is a double grid with the square and the triangle there. But what I'm doing here, as I'm circling this around, now I will petition ethereal beings to come in and help me. I will also visualize a whirlwind occurring, sort of like a tornado or a hurricane or twister is turning and spinning and churning. And I want to visualize it happening, hear it in my ears, in my ethereal ears. I am hearing the wind pick up. I'm hearing the noise that it makes when it's stirring and it's getting larger and larger. And then I start incorporating right there. The stone, go around the flame where the flame is going to be, incorporate the other stone. This is the triangle I'm incorporating here. And then I go out and pull in the square. And I go out and pull in this quartz. I'm joining all of the crystals together. And there, and I come back. And I will go around the citron again, the triangle. I'll go around the triangle again. And then back, and then loop that back. And right here, it's bringing all that money right here. And then I will thank all the ethereal beings for assisting in this endeavor. Perfect. And now I can light the candle and let it continue to do what it's going to do. The add-on to that is, if you did write something down saying how much money, you can place it up under that. When you do your setup, you can place it up under here, totally up under there. But these middle three for the triangle, you want them to touch the bill itself. And this, you do this setup somewhere where it will not be disturbed. You will continue So I'm using the tea light candle. You can use a larger candle if you like. It will burn longer. But what happens is you will want to keep a candle burning on top of the setup until you receive the amount of funds that you are looking to receive. You must do this with anticipation. You must do this with faith and believe that what you're doing is going to work. Otherwise, it's all for naught. Okay. All right. So again, share some channel love. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe button. Also hit the notification button